Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. MGS here. And sorry if in the previous videos my name was introduced as Sir Sajid. I was using my dad's profile. Bruh. Sorry, guys. Okay, so without further ado, let's read this story called The Lazy Grasshopper. For level 1, for early readers. It's summer, and it's hot. The grasshopper sits in the shade and sings. Ah, what a beautiful day, says Grasshopper. Grasshopper sees an ant. She is carrying some food. What are you doing, ant? Says Grasshopper. I'm carrying some food to my home, says ant. It's very hot, says Grasshopper. Come and sit down. Have a cold drink. No, thank you, says ant. I'm working. I'm making a food store for the winter. Winter? Grasshopper laughs. Don't think about the winter. But ant doesn't stop. All day, ant works. She carries food to her store. Then she goes and gets some more. She's hot and tired, but she doesn't stop. Grasshopper sits in the shade. He sings and sleeps all day. Ha ha ha! Silly ant, he laughs. Don't think about your winter store. Look at me. When I'm hungry, I eat some berries or a nice leaf. All summer the ant works. Come and sit down, Grasshopper says to her every day. No, thank you, says Ant. I must make my winter store. Wondering what will happen next? Right. All summer Grasshopper sits in the shade. He sings and sleeps and eats berries and leaves. Look at him. It's like he doesn't even care of what's gonna come up in the upcoming month. It's autumn now, and it rains every day. Grasshopper sits in a tree. He sees ant. She's carrying food. Come and sit here with me, Grasshopper says. It's dry here. No, thank you, says Ant. I'm making a store for the winter. Winter, says the Grasshopper. Don't think about the winter. But Ant doesn't stop. She works all day. She carries food to her store, and then she goes and gets some more. Silly Ant. Grasshopper laughs. Don't think about your winter store. Look at me. When I'm hungry, I eat some berries or a nice lick. All autumn, the ant works. Come and sit here with me. Grasshopper says to her every day. Looks like you're wondering what's the end of this, huh? Don't worry, it will come soon. No, thank you, says Ant. I must make my winter store. Now it looks like the same thing repeats all over again and again and again. The ant works and works and works, and the grasshopper sits, sings, eats, and sleeps. So, wondering what's the end of this? Don't worry, it'll come soon. I'm starting to wonder when it will the end be all of a sudden. All autumn, grasshopper sits in the tree. It's dry here. There aren't many leaves or and berries, but every day he finds one or two. It's cold now, and snow comes. Grasshopper sits under a rock. He sees Ant. She's carrying food. Come and sit here with me, Grasshopper says to Ant. It's warmer here. Looks like the ant is working every single day instead of resting and finding shelter of the rain. Do you think it's worth it? Or do you think the grasshopper is right and the ant must stop and take some rest? Try thinking about it. Ant finally stop. No, thank you, she says. I'm going to my home. My store is full, and now I can stay at home all winter. Oh, says Grasshopper. So it's winter now? Yes, says Ant. Goodbye, Grasshopper. Grasshopper sits under the rock. It's cold, very cold. There are no berries. No berries, and only one or two leaves. All day, Grasshopper sits under the rock. He's hungry and cold. Ant is my friend, he says. She has a big winter store. She can give me some food. So he goes to Ant's home. So, you guys wondering what'll happen next? Well, we'll soon find out. Ant's home is warm, and there's lots of food. Hello, Ant, Grasshopper says. There are no berries now, but you have a big winter store. Please give me some food. I'm sorry, grasshopper, says Ant. This is my winter store. I have to eat this food all winter. I can't give you any food. Goodbye. Looks like all of Anne's hard work has finally paid off. Now she can spend all winter relaxed, enjoying the food and relaxing in the shelter. Poor grasshopper. Silly me, silly grasshopper. Clever ant, grasshopper says. She works all year, and now she has lots of food. Look at me. I sing and sleep all year, and now I'm hungry. Silly me, silly grasshopper. And the grasshopper walks home to his rock, cold and hungry. So now you guys might think, oh, it's the end of the video. Bye bye. But but before we wrap up, I I need to show you. Well, there are some exercises that shows how much you've understood of this amazing story. So now let's go to the next page. Here is the exercises page. 1. Write the words, but since this is not a book, I'm just gonna point you at something and you tell me what it is. Here's an example. Here it says that it's a rock. Now, can you kids tell me what is this? Of course, it's a leaf. And how about this? Wonderful! It's a grasshopper. So, can you tell me what is this? Wonderful! It's an ant. Number 5. Now, can you please tell me what are these? Wonderful! They're berries. Blackberries to be exact. And now can you guys tell me what is this? Great! It's food. So now we're going to write the words with these words. So here's the example. All summer, grasshopper sits in the shade. So we have shade here, and we cross shade over here so that we know what it is. Here. So, in number 2, when grasshopper is hungry, he eats dash or a nice sleep. Which of the remaining words should go in the dash? Wonderful. He eats berries. Yeah. Sorry guys, looks like my pencil's malfunctioning, so looks like I cannot write it down for you. I'm just gonna write it in different colors, okay? When grasshopper is hungry, he eats berries, eats berries or a nice fish. So the green area marks that it's berries. Okay, because I'm not a good writer. Well, not a good computer writer. Okay, so what's next? The next one, we're gonna write it with color red. Ant carries food to her dash all day. What do you kids think that should go in the dash? Amazing! Ant carries food to her store all day. So here we have our store marked in red. Did I get? Hold on. So store is marked with red. Number 4. In the winter, grasshopper sits under a dash. What does the dash stand for in this exercise? Great job! It's the dash stands for rock. Because in the story, in the winter, grasshopper sits under a rock. So hold on, guys. Let me just put the underline below the word so that you can understand. There. And now now we'll continue with the last question in this group, at least, because I don't know if there are more questions upcoming. Number 5. Ant can stay at home in the winter because her store is dash. Try to guess what's in the dash. It's easy. Wonderful! Ant can stay at home because her store is full. I'm marking out with this light magenta color. That's what it's called, I guess. So now, off to the next page. Oh, hey, what are these squirrels doing? There. 3. Make sentences about this story. So, so here you can make your own sentences with the words grasshopper and ant at the beginning of the word. Here an example. Grasshopper sits in the shade all summer. So first we're gonna join all these words with the grasshopper, but this time we're not gonna join them. I'm gonna ask you if grasshopper does a grasshopper or ant does this certain action. So now we know that grasshopper sits in shade all summer and ant doesn't. But does grasshopper work all year? No, of course not. Grasshopper does not work all year. Does ant work all year then? Yes, ant does work all year. And did grasshopper made a food store or did ant made a food store? Great job, guys. Ant was the one that made a food store. Grasshopper did not. So did did ant sit in a tree all autumn? No, of course not. Ant does not sit in a tree all autumn in this story. Does grasshopper sit in a tree all autumn? Wonderful! Grasshopper does sit in a tree all autumn. And is ant hungry in the winter or is grasshopper hungry in the winter? Let me know. Wonderful, kids. Grasshopper was the one that was hungry in the winter. And do you know who stayed at home in the winter? Of course! Ant was the one that stayed at home in the winter. Nice job, kids. You're doing great. Now we answer the questions. So here's an example. Who is this? Who's this? And we all know that it's grasshopper. So now I want you to answer me. Is he clever? No, he's not. And is he cold? Yes, grasshopper is cold. And is he hungry? Yes, he is hungry. Poor grasshopper. And now, who is this? Yes, she's Ant. And is she warm? Yes, she is warm. And last question that I want you guys to answer me. Is she silly? No, of course not. She's not silly. Okay, so now to wrap up, we're gonna do the picture dictionary. Autumn. It's autumn. Autumn is one of the 4 seasons in a year. Or all the leaves of the trees turn red, orange, or yellow, and they fall. Food, food. This is food. These are berries. Berries. Full. It's full. Let's say you fill a jug of water and you fill and fill and fill it until you cannot fill it no more. Then you say, it's full. This is the action of carrying. Carry. This is the action of laughing. Laugh. This is being clever. And use it in sentences like, she's clever. This is a leaf. And this is what it's like being dry. It's dry, like something is wet. But if you let it out in the sun, then all the wet parts are vanishing slowly but surely. That that means that if it's not wet anymore, it's dry. And this is the words of lots of. We can use it in sentences like lots of ants. This is a rock, and this is a store. A store is it's like a basement where you store lots of things. Like you save them for later. Shade. This is a shade. It's shade is the shadow of an object. Like this is the shade that makes this mushroom. Summer. It's summer. Summer is the hottest season of the year, but still perfect if you want to go to the pool. Silly. This is the word of silly, and you use it in sentences like, he's silly. This is a tree. This is the action of singing. Sing. And this is the word of under. And you use it in sentences like, under a rock. This is snow. And this is the word of warm. And you use it in sentences like, it's warm. It's warm. It's warm because of the sun. It's hot, but not too much, like hot enough for you to be relaxed. That's what it means to be warm. This is the word of stay, and use it in sentences like, stay at home. In this picture, Ant is staying at home in winter. And this is a word of winter. And you use it in sentences like, it's winter. Winter is the coldest season of the year. So cold that trees totally lose their leaves, except for some special trees like the eucalyptus. Maybe the eucalyptus. The eucalyptus does not lose its leaves in winter, but it loses its bark. And you might be wondering, what the heck is a bark? Bark is like dogs bark? Woof, woof, woof. Nope. Bark is like the outer shell of a tree. The end. Okay, guys, I hope you like this story. See you next time. Assalamu alaikum. Take care.